Sagittarius, welcome to your February 2021 tarot reading. You're going to hear a lot of messages this month. You're going to be getting a lot of phone calls. People are going to want to talk to you about everything, every problem, every issue, everything they're doing, especially the Leos. They're going to want to talk to you about everything. They're going to want to talk to you about the past. They're going to want to talk to you about them. They're going to want to talk to you about you. They're going to want to talk to you so badly. So if you need to put your phone on mute or silent for a while, that might be a good idea. But in saying that, you might really like what you hear, Sagittarius. With so much in the sky in your sector of communication, your life is lighting up like a switchboard. And everybody thinks you're the person to talk to. And everybody thinks you're the person for the job. Are they right? We'll see. We shall see. Three of Cups. Everybody wants to talk, Sagittarius. King of Wands, the Star, yep. The Two of Swords and the Eight of Swords. If you're not careful, everybody wanting to talk could really exhaust you. I know you can be social. More than not, you're very social, you're very honest, you're very open. Page of Cups underneath. You like to speak from the heart. You like to speak the truth, even if your boots are quaking. But with Saturn coming up the inside, just a little bit behind all the big talking energies, the big chat energies, you're also feeling a little bit mindful about what you say. Ask a Sagittarius for their opinion and they will give it to you sharp. But something's changing a little bit. When Saturn starts to creep through your sector of communication, and I mean this very much so for Sagittarius rising, particularly in the early degrees, you're seeing where you're being silenced in your life, where you're not able to speak freely, where you feel like nobody's listening to you, or you feel like your words are just falling on deaf ears. And when everybody suddenly wants to talk about stuff and wants to come and communicate with you, you're feeling a little bit like, where were you whenever I needed to talk a couple months ago? There's a lot of people want to talk to you. Three of Cups, old friends, new friends, people that want to be your friend, old lovers, new lovers, current lovers, children, extended family, work, emails, pinging up. And you know, with the Star card here, you could actually hear from someone really very important to you that's somewhat involved in a little bit of a wish. When I see the Star, there's always this idealistic energy. You idealize this person, or they idealize you. You think they're magic, or they think you're magic. Could for sure be an Aquarius in your life, but there's so much to be spoken about. And yet you're not so sure of it. There's a lot of energy moving towards you. Things are moving quickly. Things are moving around. Your mind is more active. You've more ideas. You've more thoughts. You want to be more social. You're writing, you're talking, your mind is stimulated. People that are intellectual are appearing in your life more. You can have better conversations. You can have a lot more of a platform to communicate. People want to hear your opinions. You're trying to be logical. You're trying to be effective. And yet, if there's so much mental agitation, Sagittarius, where do you stay grounded? When all these people, all these romantic interests, especially one that hurt you very bad, could have been a Capricorn, or you have a lot of pain regarding a loss that you need to articulate to your family, Maybe you need to tell your family how you're feeling. That although you're having all these opportunities and you're having all these moments to be thankful and grateful, maybe you're just not doing so well. Maybe you feel a bit trapped. You feel a bit sad. You feel a bit despondent. You want to move. You feel like your freedom has been taken away from you. Your openness has been taken away from you. And maybe even in career, you feel a little bit stifled. And so when all this mental energy starts to take off, it depends how you're feeling deep within that actually matters. Because with Uranus and Mars stimulating your work environment, all this energy and this innovation and this attention and this intellect that's coming towards you can feel really top heavy, and you can feel stuck in the mind. You can feel trapped in your own head, and you might want to scream. And so when everybody's talking at you, that's one thing, but are they listening? Do you have someone that you can go to express how overwhelmed you maybe are? You really need to get some feelings out. You really need to talk about how there's good things going on, but you need to be honest if you're feeling a little bit stuck or a little bit trapped or a little bit unhappy with the way things are going, or if you feel a bit lonely. That Two of Swords is interesting because it means that there's something in your life. Oh, all the cards have gone on the floor. There's something in your life that is making you feel quite blocked. And I feel like it's a situation where you've had to really defend yourself and you've had to keep going, and maybe you feel like whatever you did or whatever you said, you don't have a right to feel sad about it. Maybe it was a decision that just did not work out the way that you hoped, and you maybe don't feel justified in still feeling that way. Or maybe you don't feel justified in feeling any way at all. But you have to speak on it this month. You have to talk about it. It's one thing to be logical and deny your feelings about something, but it's better to release some of that feeling, for sure. Queen of Cups, release some of that energy. Especially if it's about a water sign, a Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. If you've feelings there that you'd quite like to express, but they're maybe a little bit defensive. Or you feel a little bit like they're always defensive. Or you feel a little bit like you have to defend yourself. For a lot of you, maybe you want to reconcile with a water sign or an Aquarius or a Gemini, maybe. Aquarius. Perhaps some of you have, in your honesty, maybe some of you have kind of offended a water sign, or they've maybe offended you, someone who's very sensitive, someone who's very emotional. And maybe some of you worry that a relationship, maybe with a child or children, is completely damaged to the point it can't heal. This month actually offers you a lot of opportunities for healing. A lot of opportunities to make amends with people that maybe you thought you never would make amends with. And even if there's a lot of tension and a lot of frantic energy and you're hearing from everybody, maybe you're hearing from this person that you want to talk to. Or maybe there's new love interests that really want to get close to you, but you're a little bit edgy about letting somebody in. Because it's tough for a Sagittarius to let people in when they're already feeling kind of caged. The toughest time to let somebody in. If you're having a reoccurring dream about somebody from your past, it's because they're also having that dream of you, and they're also thinking of you. There's a little bit of astral travel going on here with you and someone from the past. There's sort of still a feeling on both sides, I think, for you and someone in your life that you need to talk something through, even if it's not somebody from the past, even if it's someone that is with you now. It would be good this month, Sagittarius, to just talk. To just pick up the phone to that person, to phone that person, to write an email, to write a letter, to say sorry, to say you miss them, for them to say they miss you. In all the midst of this, Career-wise, if you're feeling overwhelmed by thought, it's simply because you're so smart. You have so much intelligence here, information here, articulation, an ability to speak what needs to be spoken, but sometimes environments can make it very hard to be honest. And you can sometimes find that an environment that stops you being honest brings out the worst in you. It brings out a caged animal feeling in you. And then the more that continues, the more it elevates this sense of despondency where you just feel like you don't care. You know? But this month brings a release. This month brings conversations that are really very important to you to feel better. Conversations that really matter for you, Sagittarius. Mercury retrograde in your communication sector means that the words don't always come easy, but sometimes they make more sense. And sometimes you might stumble on them, but they have deeper meaning. Fairness. The situation will be handled in a fair and just manner. Inner wisdom. So for some of you, with this fairness card, you could be in the legal profession, you could be looking for justice. It's very like justice in the tarot, where things are handled fairly, a reconciliation, a mediation, a negotiation, a compromise, all of which is met, where you can, I can't remember the exact Greek myth that this is, but entering the afterlife, it's not Greek, Egyptian, it's Egyptian myth. Entering the afterlife, you put a feather and the heart on a scale, and if the heart is heavier than the feather, you can't get through. This is a lot like clearing your conscience, clearing the air. With the Athena Inner Wisdom card, whenever somebody reaches out to you, you'll know what to do, or if you feel instinctively guided to reach out. You know, there's so much pride in the world. Sometimes you wonder if people just reached out to each other more and cleared the air, how things would be. I actually found in 2020 a lot of people from about, I want to say 10 years or so ago, reached out to me 10 years ago, and without even, you know, situations where 10 years ago we were teenagers, nothing really happened per se, but things got sort of, not say heated, but just there was miscommunication, there was all those feelings, agitations when you're that age or whatever, and just picking up and having conversations, and even expressing just missing those times was actually something that I just found so endearing and elevating and illuminating, that wow, we can really think people from the past don't think about us at all or miss us at all. And just, you know, I have to say, you'll always think so highly of somebody that reaches out to you, won't you? You know, from the past, or just lets you know that they're thinking about you, can be a very healing thing, and it can be very rewarding. And so for you, Sagittarius, this month, I feel like that's your place, like that's your feeling, where you can just talk about some things in order to set them free, because the truth will set you free is the most Sagittarius quote I can think of. Third chakra, Archangel Chamuel. Your solar plexus, feeling powerful, feeling confident, and feeling like you want to take some kind of action, feeling like you want to take some kind of affirmative, positive action in your life. We also have the second chakra, Archangel Ariel, meaning that you're getting a lot of inspiration back this month. We also have the Patience card, and we have the Angel of Strength. I feel like in a situation that is long overdue, you are a pillar of strength to others and to yourself. You are getting the strength that you need in order to say what you have to say. You're getting the strength that you need in order to do the things you need to do. Even if there's been a lot of cattiness and a lot of upset. Community. So many people are reaching out to Sagittarius. We'll find out who in the extended. Birthing a new age, dreaming a new world into beginning. Akasha, your guidance is divinely guided, and align your life. What is not aligned or needs to change. I do feel for Sagittarius that there is a change for you. You're having these instinctive callings to reach out to certain people, to talk to certain people, to communicate with certain people. And I think that that guidance is important. I think that that guidance is real. I think that that is part of your purpose. And I think that it will really steer you in a course that you're much more comfortable with. There's a lot of dialogue opening up here. There's a lot of conversations. There's a lot of old friends, old lovers, family. What will you do? In the extended, we will look into the fire signs, the water signs, the air signs, and the earth signs, and clarify all these cards a little bit more, Sagittarius, and see what's coming up for you in February. If I don't see you there, have a beautiful February and have a great, great month. The extended is linked below. See you soon.